The determination of hemoglobin is one of the most important clinical indicators in a complete blood count. Its change allows for the detection of anemia, as a decrease in hemoglobin alone is sufficient for anemia. The normal hemoglobin level in women is 120-140 gl, and in men it is 130-160 grams. Hemoglobin methods show values around 170. For women it is not 140-170 grams per liter. For men, 140, 150, 180 grams per liter. However, today we will become familiar with the manual method of determination. This method is not very accurate, but it is labor-intensive and can be used for screening tests to determine and monitor hemoglobin changes. The method is called the Sali method for hemoglobin determination. It is carried out using the Sali hemometer, which, as you can see, contains such a stand. This stand has 3 slots. In the side slots, there are 2 standard solutions with a known concentration of hemoglobin. The central slot contains a graduated test tube in which we will mix blood with a normal solution of hydrochloric acid. This test tube has a lower circular division that corresponds to 2 grams per percent, and we will add a normal solution of hydrochloric acid up to the level of this division. Here is our normal hydrochloric acid, and we will now add this hydrochloric acid up to the circular mark. Let's take a look at the bottom menu. Here is the lower circular mark, and according to the lower minus, we added 0.1 normal solution of hydrochloric acid. After this, we should now add 20 microliters of blood to this hydrochloric acid tube. We will do this using a special glass ash that comes with the salt hemometer. And this glass pipette also has a dark little opening that corresponds to a volume of 20 microliters. Now we will take and draw 20 microliters. Take your California. In addition to the scarlet worn on the bulbous set of color, such as this, and various other elements that contribute to its distinctive appearance, this is formed here from hemoglobin. After being destroyed by hydrochloric acid hemetin was formed, a dark-colored compound. We insert this test tube into the central socket. Stand of the salt hemometer, and we will carefully take out distilled water. It should be removed until the color of the solution in the central test tube matches the side standard. First, we boldly and carefully add a few drops of distilled water. At the same time, we must mix. Subsequently, the addition of drops should be done in a very careful and deliberate manner. As we proceed with the process, we continue to mix, ensuring that each drop is thoroughly mixed before adding the next. We take a stick and compare the light in, the middle very carefully and precisely. Tricks with the side, conventional standard. Some additional details, a little darker. What else do we carry the side ones with? On the arms, on the plaster cast, on the faces. Of course, this method is naturally an approximate method because we cannot precisely determine the moment when the color will be the same just by eye. In my opinion, it is already approaching. One can slightly distinguish the shade. Well, I can see that the colors have equalized. Now we need to take out this probe. Of course, take out the pipette and take out the stick. And we carefully examine which division corresponds to the value on the lower scale of our solution. And precisely. As I have observed, I see that it is directly related and corresponds approximately to the level of 10. 10? Multiplying, this is 10 grams per percent data. And further multiplying the analyses, we will get 100 grams per liter of hemoglobin. That is, in this case, we can talk about anemia, since 100 grams per liter of hemoglobin is below normal. Therefore, let's start with the application of the analysis. How to say that there are changes when I determine hemoglobin more accurately? It is like the photocolorimetric method used to produce a transforming solution that contains a reaction converting hemoglobin to methemoglobin.